The laugh sliced through the quiet apartment like a blade. Her laugh, bright and unguarded, spilling from our bedroom at 2 a.m. I stood frozen in the hallway, keys still dangling from my hand, the metallic tang of exhaustion on my tongue from a 16-hour shift. Emma's voice wasn't alone. A deeper murmur followed, familiar in a way that made my stomach lurch. My boss Greg, with his smug baritone. I didn't want to believe it. I told myself it was a mistake, a late-night work call, anything but what my gut screamed. But the door was ajar, and the truth waited inside. For weeks, I'd ignored the signs. Emma's phone face down on the counter, her sudden need for space, after 3 years of shared dreams. She'd always been private, her hazel eyes hiding thoughts I couldn't crack. If I ever cheated, you'd never know, she'd teased once, her lips curling playfully. I'd laughed it off, trusting her. Trusting us. But last week, I'd found a receipt for a wine bar I'd never been to, tucked in her coat pocket. She'd brushed it off as a girl's night. I wanted to believe her. God, I wanted to. The apartment smelled of her lavender candles, their flickering light casting shadows on the walls as I crept closer. My sneakers squeaked faintly on the hardwood, each step heavier, like wading through mud. My heart pounded, a dull thud in my ears, drowning out the rational voice begging me to turn back. I didn't want to see, but I had to. Through the crack in the door, I saw them. Emma, her dark hair spilling over the pillow we shared, her bare shoulder glowing in the moonlight. Greg, his broad frame leaning over her, whispering something that made her laugh again. That laugh, once my anchor, now a dagger. My breath hitched, and the keys slipped from my hand, clattering to the floor. The sound was deafening. They froze. Emma's eyes met mine wide with panic, then something else, guilt maybe or defiance. Greg scrambled upright, his dress shirt half unbuttoned, his face a mask of shock. Mark, it's not, he started, but I didn't hear the rest. The room spun, the air too thick to breathe. I wanted to scream, to smash something, but my voice came out small, broken. How long? Emma pulled the sheet to her chest, her lips trembling. Mark, I didn't mean for this to happen. Her voice was soft, like she was soothing a child. It made me sick. It just did. Just did. I echoed, my voice rising. You're in our bed, Emma. With him. I jabbed a finger at Greg, who was already reaching for his shoes, mumbling apologies. My boss, the man who'd mentored me, who'd toasted at our engagement party 6 months ago. The betrayal twisted deeper, a double wound. It wasn't planned, Emma said, her eyes pleading. I was lonely, Mark. You're always working, always gone. Greg was there. Her words stung. Each one a half-truth I couldn't refute. I'd taken the extra shifts for us, for the wedding, for the life we'd planned. But had I ignored her? Had I pushed her away? Get out, I said to Greg, my voice low, dangerous. He didn't argue, just grabbed his jacket and slipped past me, avoiding my eyes. The door clicked shut behind him, leaving silence thick as fog. Emma stood, wrapping the sheet around her like armor. Can we talk about this? She asked, her voice cracking. I love you, Mark. I messed up, but I love you. I wanted to believe her. Even now, with the image of them seared into my brain, I wanted to cling to the Emma I'd loved, the one who'd danced with me in the kitchen, who'd cried when I proposed. But every memory felt tainted now, like a photo with a crack running through it. How long? I asked again, my voice barely a whisper. A month, she admitted, looking at the floor. Maybe 2. 2 months. 2 months of lies, of her coming home to me, kissing me, while she carried this secret. I felt hollow, like my insides had been scooped out. Why him? I asked, hating how small I sounded. She hesitated, then met my eyes. He saw me. Really saw me. You stopped looking, Mark. Her words hit like a slap, but they weren't entirely wrong. I'd been distracted, consumed by work, by the pressure to provide. Had I stopped seeing her? The doubt gnawed at me, blurring the lines between victim and culprit. I sank onto the couch, my head in my hands. The apartment felt foreign now, the walls closing in. Emma sat across from me, her silence heavy with guilt. I'll do anything to fix this, she said finally. Therapy, whatever you want. I don't want to lose you. I looked at her, searching for the woman I thought I knew. But all I saw was the space between us, vast and unbridgeable. I don't know if you already have, I said, my voice steady despite the ache in my chest. She flinched, tears spilling down her cheeks. For a moment, I wanted to hold her, to erase the last hour and go back to when trust was unbroken. But then I remembered her laugh, the way it had sounded with him, and the anger surged back. I need time, I said, standing. I can't be here right now. Where are you going? She asked, panic lacing her voice. I don't know. I grabbed my keys and walked out, the door slamming behind me. The night air was cold, biting at my skin as I stood in the parking lot, staring at the stars. My phone buzzed in my pocket, a text from Greg. I'm sorry, Mark. I'll resign. You won't see me again. I deleted it without responding. It wasn't enough. Nothing would be. The betrayal wasn't just Emma's. It was Greg's too, and maybe even mine for failing to see the cracks before they shattered us. As I drove into the night, the road blurring through tears I refused to acknowledge, I realized the worst part wasn't catching them. It was the doubt that lingered, the question I couldn't shake. Had I lost her because I hadn't fought hard enough to keep her? The answer, whatever it was, felt like another betrayal waiting to be uncovered.